Hello and welcome back to Stockmarket Encyclopedia. Here we cover news highlights from the day. Adani Group stocks fall sharply. Tata Motors at day's low, more than 4% off day's high. Steel stocks recover after losing for two consecutive days. SAIL and HSPL up nearly 3%. ITI Limited trading volume at 22.5 times of 10-day average volume, highest intra-day gains in 17 Feb 21. Stock reached 20 DMA but is still trading below other key DMAs. India Cement recovered 8% from day's low. Q4 earnings of MOIL, net profit up 12.9% at 131 crore versus 116 crore. Revenue up 3.9% at 467.9 crore versus 450.1 crore. EBITDA up 37.7% at 213.9 crore versus 155.34 crore. EBITDA margin at 45.73% versus 34.51%. Q4 earnings of Sirca Paints, net profit rupees 62 million versus 152 million YOY, 92 million QOQ. Revenue rupees 541 million versus 476 million YOY, 532 million QOQ. EBITDA 94 million rupees versus 93 million YOY. EBITDA margin 17.39% versus 19.56% YOY. Q4 earnings of Motherson Wiring, net profit down 72.7% at 46.4 crore versus 170.2 crore YOY. Revenue up 10% at 1,661.5 crore versus 1,510.4 crore YOY. EBITDA down 4.4% at 218.7 crore versus 228.8 crore YOY. EBITDA margin at 13.2% versus 15.1% YOY. Q4 earnings of Tirumalai, net profit up 6.3% at 90 crore versus 84.7 crore YOY. Revenue up 50.7% at 582.8 crore versus 386.7 crore YOY. EBITDA up 18.2% at 138.4 crore versus 117.1 crore YOY. Margin at 23.7% versus 30.3% YOY. Q4 earnings of XT Global Infotech, net profit rupees 29 million versus 8 million YOY, 17 million QOQ. EBITDA 48 million rupees versus 9 million YOY. EBITDA margin 28.98% versus 30.90% YOY. Beat YOY, beat QOQ. Q4 earnings of Page Industries, net profit rupees 1.9 billion versus 1.15 billion YOY. Big beat YOY, beat estimates. EBITDA 2.7 billion rupees versus 1.7 billion YOY. EBITDA margin 24.04% versus 19.28% YOY. Big beat EBITDA, big beat margins. Q4 earnings of Hawkins, net profit down 7% at rupees 21.3 crore versus 23.9 crore YOY. Revenue up 11.7% at rupees 271.8 crore versus rupees 243.4 crore YOY. EBITDA down 3% at rupees 31 crore versus 32 crore YOY. Margin at 11.41% versus 13.15% YOY. Q4 earnings of JB Chemicals, net profit down 16% at 84 crore YOY, up 1% QOQ. Revenue up 18% at 625 crore YOY, up 4% QOQ. EBITDA up 1% at 124 crore YOY, down 2% QOQ. Margins at 20% versus 23.4% YOY, 21.2% QOQ. Q4 earnings of Good Luck India, net profit up 197% at 24 crore YOY, up 20% QOQ. Revenue up 46% at 700 crore YOY, down 1% QOQ. EBITDA up 74% at 52 crore YOY, up 8% QOQ. Margins at 7.4% versus 6.2% YOY, 6.8% QOQ. Q4 earnings of CCL Products, net profit up 7% at 52 crore YOY, down 10% QOQ. Revenue up 14% at 376 crore YOY, down 11% QOQ. EBITDA down 1% at 84 crore YOY, down 9% QOQ. Margins at 22.3% versus 25.6% YOY, 21.8% QOQ. Q4 earnings of Dhanseri Tea, net loss 148 crore versus 24.6 crore loss YOY, 1.67 crore profit QOQ. Revenue down 19% at 42 crore YOY, down 54% QOQ. EBITDA 19.7 crore loss versus 23.3 crore loss YOY, 6.57 crore QOQ. Q4 earnings of Bharat Dynamic, Net profit up 2% at 264 crore YOY, up 25% QOQ. Revenue up 21% at 1381 crore YOY, up 72% QOQ. EBITDA up 17% at 404 crore YOY, up 8% QOQ. Margins at 29.25% versus 30.28% YOY, 36% QOQ. Q4 earnings of Genos Papers. Net profit up 49% at 7.65 crore YOY, down 47% QOQ. Revenue up 87% at 174 crore YOY, up 2% QOQ. EBITDA up 24% at 11.5% YOY, down 51% QOQ. Margins at 6.57% versus 9.93% YOY, 13.2% QOQ. Q4 earnings of Hindalco. Net profit up 100% at 3,851 crore YOY, up 5% QOQ. Revenue up 38% at 1,764 crore YOY, up 11% QOQ. EBITDA up 31% at 7,691 crore YOY, up 1% QOQ. Margins at 13.1% versus 13.97% YOY. Looking at our top gains for today, we can see that Tata Steel is up nearly 6%, JSW Steel is up nearly 4.40%, Apollo Hospital is up nearly 4%, SBI is up nearly 4%, HDFC is up nearly 3%. Looking at the market at close, we can see that market surges in the second half to close at day's high. Financials are the biggest contributors with all Nifty bank constituents closing higher. IT and steel sees short covering with Nifty IT and Nifty metal rising 2% and 3% respectively. That was all for today. Hope you all had an amazing and profitable day.